Hello, this is Father, and this is Algo Trades. Okay, so today we're going to go over clearly thinking's method, how the stock market, or how to trade this algo. So, algo versus algo. Here we go. I want to start it off with a bored chicken eating a hamburger and staring at the night sky. I don't know. Not quite there. You can do this for free in the art space. Just /image. Anyway. This one I do like a lot. Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz standing in front of an ATM expecting money to come out, but she is all dirty and her clothes are torn to rags from waiting, and she has been crying because she does not have any money, and she is extra skinny because she has not been eating, and Toto is sleeping forever next to her because he is never waking up. And this is what buying and holding is. So, so the name of this game is Get Up, Get Out. We're looking at the SPY here. What we use is the Dow futures and the S&P. Now you can see. Okay, wait. Let's go back. Sorry. With this new standing thing, you can add channels. But we're going to clearly thinking's algo. Step 1, do nothing. Watch SPY. Okay. Done. Wait until SPY hits its target 1. That is technically done this morning because the Dow has hit it. So this is where it gets a little complicated. It's not straightforward. Buy the opposite direction for the reversal. So we'll be looking at puts. And then sell when it hits target 1, going the opposite direction, which we will be doing kind of. We're going to have a little spin on that too. So, kind of the clearly method, just a little altercation, or altercation, yeah, we're going to argue about it. Just a little bit of an alternate way of doing it. If you see here these white stars up here, and they show you the lowest point that it's been on the viewable futures, or on the stocks, any of the stocks you look at them. I'll go to Apple, show you. Give it a little second here to load up for some reason. I don't know why. Why is it thinking this morning? I don't know. So you got a star here at the top showing you the highest point, right? So you got, it doesn't show you the lowest point on here. Apparently it was back here, but it does show you the highest point. So why is that important? Okay, so when you're gonna, you gotta kind of guess, because it hasn't gonna give you a target yet, right? So you gotta guess at what SPY number to get, and I'm only gonna get one for this example, and I'll show it. I'll show what I get. So what I'm going to get is a put for down here, so it'll be 411. 411. So.
I think I'm going to park.
Sorry, my kid's in the background. She's probably going to talk through most of this. But my plan is to take, or to tell you which one I bought for SPY, and when I am going to use SPY, which is not the future, right? So it's the shorter version of the S&P, and it's a little trickier today because this one is switched to a buy, so we're going to wait now and wait for it to hit its the 4143 that hit that number, hit its first target. So I guess the waiting isn't done. But once it gets there, we'll be buying a put. Let's say just one day out for the 26th for 411, and I'll tell you, or for the strike of 411, and I'll tell you the price that I buy it at, and I'll show it in the end. Hopefully this works out correctly, because I'm going to show it either way. Sometimes we kind of, based off of watching the algo, we think this strategy will work 9 out of 10 times. So one of those 10 times it's not going to work, right?
I'm down there.
Oh. It's just another man. Okay, no copyrighted stuff here. Check for that.
Upside down. This is upside down.
Yeah, take your upside down in the other room. Or
I'm going.
go play on your skateboard.
I'm up now.
Well, I guess we have time to kill. It is only 8:13. The market hasn't even started yet. Well, sometimes it'll just barely go over target 1, and then other times it will go clean over it, like it'll. But it rarely hits target 2. If it hits target 2, it may start coming down at that point, or it may do a continuation. So keep that in mind. Target 2 is, but target 1 seems to normally always get hit, and then you'll have a reversal on it. That's what clearly had noticed. Like that's his real strategy, is like, okay, I'll wait for it to hit target 1, then I know it's going to turn around, so I'm going to buy my other direction, whether it's puts or calls.
Buy the board.
Now, my version, I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell anything over 25% profit. I'm not going to wait for the target 1. I'm just going to get in, get up, get out, right? Okay. While I wait, hold on a second.
Hold on.
Hold on. Run for the hills. So, yeah. I ate a lot more coffee this morning. I stayed up way too much. I'd love to show the AI thing that I'm working on currently, but it's almost disturbing. No, it is definitely disturbing, but it's almost like too much. You may be asking yourself, why do you put the Dow future and the SPY future both together on the same screen when it's just SPY? That is because the Dow is the top 30 and this is the top 500. And this one will usually move this one. And you'll get signals on this one before you'll get signals on this one. So it's just a extra benefit of having both of them. I hope that makes sense. You can look at the patterns here and you can see how they're very much the same, right? Except over here you got the call to buy well before you got the call to buy over here. So you could have got in a lot lower. It would have been around here probably if you would have used the dowel to pick the SPY. I'm not sure if the SPY is going to hit the top or not. That would be my question. What, hit target 1? Because it looks like it's selling off right now when I look at the volume. It may. It might. But anyway. So it's a little trickier morning than normal. Because I don't know if I want to count the Dow's target 1 or wait to see if SPY hits its target 1. It's only got 12 minutes, so I think we'll wait to see if SPY can push up to its target 1. Well, I should say it's 9:18 in the morning if you're on the East Coast waiting for the stock market to open. So. And the thing is, like a 25% to 30, 40, anything over 25% is a really good win. If you do that day over day, your portfolio can grow pretty fast, right? I mean, it only takes 3 of those to double your money, right? And then 3 more to double the money you just doubled. So, I mean, you could really snowball this. But in this example, I'm only going to trade 1, just so I can show you a screenshot of it at the end to show you how you can play this. And this strategy might work on other ones. Clearly just uses it on SPY, so we're just going to use it on SPY. And SPY is the most readable, understandable ticker out there as far as I'm concerned. I know it's not a stock, but it's one of the easiest ones to read and understand. Hey, Smarty Pants, since you're going to be in here, why don't you sing me a song about stocks? Sing it. Come on, I want to hear some music.
I want to hear my music.
Yeah, share your music about stocks.
Stop?
You know,
No.
they go up and down.
No, you stop like that.
Not socks, stocks.
No, don't stop like that.
Oh, okay.
Stop right here. Play it.
How do you make your good child be even better? I don't know. It might be my next book. Yes, if you look in the space, I did release a book. Sci-fi book, if you're into that fantasy. The irony is that I'm not really into sci-fi or fantasy, so I have to ask myself, why did I write a book about it if I'm not into that? And the truth is I had it in my head and had to get it out, and it wouldn't leave until I started writing the book. And it is part of a trilogy in my head, so lots of work still to be done on that. I am happy to announce a handful of people did buy it, even though it's free right now on Kindle. They bought the paperback, so that was cool of them. Although the second edition will become probably with more errors. I hate to steal a line from lawyers, but since I was my own editor, a person who's their own editor has an idiot for an editor, so I'm sure I've got flaws in there. I try to get some people that I know to be the editor for me, but they just didn't have the time like I do. Hey, we don't need no ABCs in here. That's for the other room.
The plenty one. ABC the plenty.
They're so cute.
I'm just a princess.
You're just a princess?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm still
Okay, Princess Aurora, go in the other room.
I.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Every time I think about how lucky I am, with my kid, I think about how my grandmother tried to curse me by saying, I hope you have a boy just like you, and he's just as ornery. And then I have a girl who's really sweet, and I'm thinking, somehow I lucked out on this one. The curse did not happen. It didn't stick. It looks to me like it's going to change directions. Looks like it's selling off everything overnight. See, what I mean by that is you got, like, over here, heavy volume at the bottom. But now that it's up here, it's like it's been kind of gradually selling off at the tops. They might have another push up in it to sell off. Like, once the day starts, it'll push up a little bit and then start dropping, which that would make this go up higher and hit its target one. So we're going to wait for this to try to hit its target one. Not going to be Okay. Okay. Get on it. Get in there. I am going to talk to Carpet Crumb while I'm recording this video. Hey Carpet Crumb, just thought I'd let you know I'm recording a video on how to do Clearly's thing. I'm not going to use the Dow target one. I'm going to wait to see if SPY hits its own target one, since it does have its own buy to buy the reversal. So just thought I'd let you know about that, what my plan was. Even though it does look like there's some heavy selling off up here, I think it could still, I mean, once the day starts and you get that momentum, it could push up. So I'm going to wait to see if it hits its own target one before doing the Clearly thinking method. So, oh, look at my cute cat screaming. Alright, just thought I'd let you know. That's what I was doing. Okay, you're going to go in the other room now.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, go find a toy. Go find some Play-Doh.
I saw how to find the Play-Doh.
Go search. Go hunt.
I don't know, not like that.
Yeah, you're good at that.
No.
Yes. See if you can find your frog.
But he's in a car.
Okay, well then you can't find him. Find your octopus. See if you can find the octopus. And we got 2 minutes before market opens, so I'm going to grab some coffee and be right back. I'll leave you with a song. Just kidding.
I got it.
Oh, that was too fast.
I
All right.
got it. I'm too fast.
Daddy's getting some coffee. So, sorry for the boring content. I guess I could have had people forward through this. The market just started. It is pushing up. So, waiting for the SPY to hit its target one. It's not pushing up like Dow is, but Dow's making a run for it. Run for its target two. See how the future lags slightly behind it. Okay, so it's getting close to it. 143. Not that far away. And again, I'm going to be buying the 411 put just 2 days out. April 26th. Did it hit its first target now? It was very close. Uh, I have not bought the reversal yet. I have not bought the put. It has not hit the target one. Oh. So basically, we're trying to beat when the algo calls for a sell, which usually happens a little time after target one of a buy, or vice versa. If we were waiting for a sell, or for it to hit the target of a sell, we'd be waiting to buy a call. So it's just a reversal option on whatever we're waiting for. And patience is key, right? Like, it's one of those things where you're half tempted to think, oh, well, it's made it, but the algo says it's still got a ways to go. So trust the algo and just wait. It is selling off a great deal here, though. Sorry I'm not too talky today. Not enough coffee. I just wanted to show an example of a trade, so people understand like how they can get in, what they could do, one strategy. I love how the Dow's waiting. Now, if the Dow were to switch to a sell now, I would, I might probably rethink my strategy, thinking that it's not going to go to the top. I don't know. It has a very long It's a very long cell line. It's going to be one of those mornings, I guess. Okay. Will SPY make it to the top? News at 11. Well, if it's going to, it's going to be on the next 15-minute candle. Everything on here is set up in 15 minutes. Things, it's the most accurate thing with Algo that I've found. I've looked at all the different time periods, and they're all accurate to their own degree, but you're definitely not going to get any type of swing or any type of good play out of a 4-hour Algo prediction. It can go all over the place. Now it's almost like the Dow's giving you hints, like it's going to drop soon, but why does the SPY keep going up? Because it hasn't hit the top yet. So hopefully this will be one of those successful days and not one of those, okay, I got out. And this is the example of how you exit a play. Which is a example of a trade. Okay, it was almost a 4. It's so close right there. It doesn't have to push up much more. Just looking for that 4143 or 4140. Get your hand on the trigger. Currently the options are going for $1.28. So I'm going to put that in as my limit thing as we're waiting for it to go up. Okay. Not too much longer. It's kind of hard to see when it's pressing up against the top and moving into the next pattern, but it is what it is. Okay, we're almost there. 142. And again, this strategy isn't going to be waiting for the second target. It's going to be get in, get up, get out. Anything over 25%, take profits. And we're waiting to get to 140 or 143.76. I almost made it. Not quite there. Oh, it's trying though. Price is currently at 1.21. So all that implied volatility is kind of dropped off the map. $1.16, it's dropping quite a bit. Okay, did we hit it? Yeah, I think we hit it. No, it's just a little bit above. But I'm going to try to get in at the 116 level. That was the lowest that I saw while it was pushing up, so when it does the next push up to the target, it should at least hit 116. $1.16, which is $116 in real money. Just in case you don't understand options. And this is for entertainment purposes only. Not financial advice. It's very close to hitting that target one. Very close. To me, all I see is a huge sell-off candle, all that volume. You may ask yourself, well, why couldn't it be a buy candle? Well, if you were the person buying it, well, why wouldn't you bought it down here? There you got your answer. Okay. Here comes the target one. I got my buy-in for 116 and it's at 117 right now, so I may buy before it hits the target one. And I might have been able to get a better price, but I just wanted to have it locked in so I didn't have to watch really close. Okay, mine actually bought already and we didn't hit it yet, so we're really close to hitting it. It almost looks like it touched it there, but you can barely see the target one hovering above. But I'm already in, so again, mine is a put going down to 411. Not that I'm going to be waiting for that. Yeah, you could have got a slightly better price, but since that was the lowest number I had seen pop up, I figure, it won't hurt when it reverses. Plus, with options, it's a little hard, which you could do the math on it too. So, like 25% of 116 is going to be somewhere in the area of $30, making $30, right? Which would pay for an entire month of Algo trades. But based on that, you could say your exit, so you wouldn't even have to really truly watch it, or you could kind of watch it like I am and then sell wherever you feel the most comfortable selling at. Still pushing up, so very close to hitting that target one. It's like the drama or the suspense, that's it. Now, so far, I couldn't have gotten a better price on my put. And that was just from watching the put numbers and when I got close, seeing what the lowest price they were asking for at the time, and then setting that as a good entry point of 116. If you just wait until it hits target one, it wouldn't matter, and it's just like right above like where it's hovering, so it's not going to take much to go above it. And all I see is selling. I just see it up there selling. Just push it up. Just lots of volume and at the top. It's currently at 117, which is almost the same as my entry. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, but hopefully it's kind of short. Because the whole point is to get in, get up, get out. Don't get extra greedy. You can wait for the target one on the reversal, but for me it'll be just simply 25% or more and I'm good. I'm not going to be greedy. Just going to make my money and leave. And you can do your own strategies, of course, with this algo, but this is just one strategy developed by Clearly Thinking, and he's been using it for about a week, averaging I think 35% profits on what he's been trading. But he works all day long, so he gets in the morning, and if he could jump in, he does it, and then just sells when he can during the day. So it's a little he's got a little bit more difficulty doing that, and some of you out there might have the same type of thing. Yeah, can't be on your phone very long, but this would give you a strategy where you wouldn't have to watch that much And I'm sorry I'm not that entertaining this morning. I want like 14 more coffees. I'm already in on the play, even though it hasn't hit target one, so I'm going to get a refresh while it goes up and hits at the target one. Which right now, if I was to enter, it's at 118, so I'm still ahead of the game. Man, it is really juggling around that target one, isn't it? That's the first time I could have got in cheaper. 115. It only lasted for a second. And now it's flickering out. Kind of surprised not to see Booksy on here this morning. Maybe streaming. Here we go. No. I feel like it's being a target tease. It's doing a lot of selling off. That's some huge volume. And when I say sell off, the institutions are selling into retail. Retail's all excited. It's going up, right? So that's when you're supposed to buy, right? Wrong. if it has enough oomph to get over that target 1. And you could just play it the normal way and buy when it says to buy and wait for it to hit target 1. That is a strategy. But today we're doing the clearly thinking strategy where we're waiting for it to hit target 1 and then do a reversal. But I've already got in at 116, like I said. And it's April 24th. And of course, like, if you have AMC, and you're just buying, holding, and doing the Dorothy, waiting at the ATM method for your money to come. Why not make money while you're waiting by the ATM? Don't let poor Toto die. Make enough money to get dog food. I guess I never said Toto died. He just fell asleep forever. So, that's that. Man, it's so close to that target 1, I just don't want to hit it. Perhaps in this example we won't hit the target 1. It's selling off pretty good. Oh, here we go. Maybe this will look like a pretty strong candle. This is strong enough. May go through a whole distribution stage and then at the end have a little UTAD if we're going up. Good morning, Drifter, or Isa. Kind of waiting for target 1 to get hit to buy a put going down the other way. May not hit it. It looks very weak. But if it does, it'll be part of like almost a cat ear looking pattern, I think. Okay, got some typing going on over here. Let's show the chat there. here clearly will be giving some of his commentary. Clearly, just so you know, the target one's just out of range, and I already got in because I'm thinking that the last part's probably going to be a UTAD. Oh, well, you might have your chance today. You're on a flight. Well, you'll be in the video anyway. Alright. Well, it might be dropping now. I don't know. No, it'd probably make the other cattier, I'm assuming. I don't know. It's difficult because the Dow hit its two targets and reset. So if the Dow moves to a sell, then it's likely that that the SPY won't hit its target. We are very close. It's just right out of frame. Just right out of frame. Yeah, when it was moving up earlier, the lowest point that I saw it hit was $1.16 to enter a put. It's currently at $1.22, and I set it to 116, so the next time it went up there, it entered me, so I'm already in. But it'll probably do cat ears where it'll go up there again. And I just went 2 days out with a strike of 411 to get my entry. So just catching you up to what I'm recording, so the people can have an example of a trade. I've kind of been lacking on that. Yeah, to hold them because you work, right? Yeah, it's giving me the cat ear vibes. I don't know. I feel like it. I mean, it could drop now, but I feel like it's got this other push up coming with the UTAD, and that's what the target one's going to be. It could be over and just not hit the target one. I mean, since the Dow hit both of its targets, it's just a really rough morning. Gotta throw a little spin on the norm, right? Just to do it. But I mean, if you can get in around 116 on the 411, that's a pretty good entry point as far as I'm concerned. The lowest I've seen it is 115 for a millisecond. I don't know if it would even have bought it, you know. So he must have got back to his flight. All right. Yeah, I think it's got enough oomph for it to hit that target one, but that's practically it. I mean, it's a lot of selling off. It sure isn't buying. When you take Wyckoff out of it or any other type of strategy and you just look at volume strategy and you say, okay, all the volumes at the top, right? That they're not buying at the top. Institutions don't buy at the top, right? That's not their MO, you know, they're not you're not in it to buy at the top. Where's Booksy at to talk about the cat ears? uh, so kind of the goal, if you can get, 25, 35% consistently, I mean, it doesn't take you that long to double up and from there keep really going up, you know. Did you get those bags put away? If anybody else enters, let me know what you ended up entering. This is for puts though, just FYI. Waiting for that target one to hit and then get puts. Well, this might be your lucky day. Yeah, if you can get into a put for The 16th for anywhere around $1.16. That's what I would be trying to do. April 26th, sorry, for a strike of 411 put. Yeah, I mean, at first glance you could see where all the volume is. I mean, it doesn't take much to see where the volume is. And clearly, the thing I added on there was to pick the stock price, or to pick where I was going to put the put, was based off the star, and the star being the lowest point on the visible map, which is at 411. If you could see the little white star at the bottom. This could be your moment. It's at 411 now to buy it. Here's going for target one. It's at 407 you can get in. So close to that target one. It might just tap it, might go slightly above it. Yeah, the only difference is on my little spin is that once you get over 25%, once you make 25%, go ahead and get out. Don't wait for the target one. Just get up, get in, get up, get out. No problem. There will be a video posted on this, just so you know. I'm recording this to post it, whether it's a win-lose scenario. I just want to give an example of a trade, whether it's winning or losing, because you gotta, you know, if it's wrong, you need to show people when it's time to jump ship. And there's Booksy. And there went Booksy. He's down the AMC area, I see. Okay. So right now, you can get it at 115. So based on where it came close to hitting the target one, I think I would set my buy for the put at $1.11, because I think it'll still push up that high before it completely sells off. But any price at this point is probably, it's not going to be bad. You're not going to be hurt trying to get the best, you know. It's almost like the don't be greedy thing. You don't have to get the best price to get in. I've never really liked the options on those. If you're just going to play those, I would just buy the actual SPXSs. Because the options are really wonky on those. I found so SPX's XS is really when you want to, or the XPXL is when you want to do something a little bit more long term and you can't watch it, and you have an overall thesis that it's going to go down or up. It's the times 3 of the index, so every 1% you go up 3%. It's a safer way of playing, I guess, especially if you can't look at it too often. If you want to do the Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz buy and hold method. I don't know if you saw that under the free art space, but it was my attempt to be funny about buy and hold. My failed attempt. Well, it's at 110 right now. I actually feel like I want to get into I want to buy a second one, but I'm trying to hold on to my example of the trade. I would hate to buy a second one just to average down slightly. Yeah, today I'm on SPY, and I'm doing clearly thinking's method, where I'm waiting for target 1 to get hit, to buy a put to go down to 411 based off where the star is, but I'm going to exit when somewhere after it's up 25% or more. I just went 2 days out on mine. I went for April 26th because I know I'm going to sell it today, no matter what. So just going a couple days out for me is fine. And I already have bought mine for 116. But I could be buying it right now for 114. That was just because earlier it came very close to hitting the target 1, and the price was $4.16. $1.16, which is currently at $1.11, and it's further down than where I bought mine at. It's just weird how the options go like that. Yeah, it has the... Yeah. So currently, if you were to look at a SPY option for April 26th for a put for 411, it would be at $1.12, which is a really good buy. But it'll probably be even better once it hits that target. In this example, I would say if where would I call it quits at? Probably at a 25% loss. Well, it would hit, if it started moving up to target 2, it could switch around after hitting target 2. So, that is a good question. I sure wouldn't wait for, I don't know. I think that would be almost your own personal thing. I mean, 25% is a pretty big hit, but at the same time, it's I'd almost have to do it on a case-to-case basis, because like this one, I can't imagine that this is buying with such high volume at the top. So I'm pretty confident this that I probably I would just let it ride even if it had to go to the next day without a stop loss, because I'm too confident. So, don't over leverage yourself. I don't let fear take over. Like, for example, if this hits target 2 and then it sits there and it doesn't switch to a sell, either on the Dow or on the SPY, might be time to exit. You might be playing the opposite game. Yeah, if if it was a continuation, you would definitely want to get out. Yeah. But I don't think we're going to get a continuation on this one. This one looks battered and bruised. Looks like they did a lot of overnight collecting quarters and they're about to drop them. And I guess my analogy is on that is like, you get the institutions and they're down low and they're just got this bag and they scoop up the quarters in this heavy bag, and then once they get it to the top, they start sprinkling those quarters on the people that are buying, like, here, buy my quarters, right? Until they've made their money back plus some, but they still got that big bag of quarters, right? Well, at that point, they want everything to go down, so they just dump the rest of the bag on buying, which over pressures them, and then all those quarters just way down on the buyers, and they can't buy as many quarters that are falling on them, and then the price just starts dropping. I'm really wondering if this is going to hit that target 1 or not. It's pussyfooting around it. Meow. Still hasn't hit the target 1 yet. Stay on target. And no problem, I don't mind answering questions. Clearly he's pretty good at getting to people too that have questions when he's got time. Mostly I just want to post this as an example of a trade, but also it's kind of an example of a strategy, right? And it's really funny because it's struggling so much to hit that target one that you really have to ask yourself, how much selling off are they doing? And that target one's really like it may just touch it, do a little love tap and drop. And as you can see, the support and resistance lines, at least you can see the target one a little bit better now. Those support and resistance lines are very strong. They're not like your typical support resistance lines. So when those things get broke, it really has a strong impact on what the stock's going to do. That's usually when you'll see it turn red. And just to see what Tesla's doing today, imagine it's pushing up a little bit. No. It's going down, although it's got targets going up. Apple is red. Okay. When you got like Tesla and Apple, major stocks in the indices going red, it doesn't really bode well for SPY, right? I think here comes the move. It's going to go above that. You could currently buy at 104. I think I'm going to buy a second one. I hate to do that, but I'm going to buy a second one. Okay, I got me one at 106. Okay, I didn't really want to do that, but wanted to just use one trade as a example, but here we go. We got it. We made it to target 2. Target, or the Dow is linked up with its partner over there. It's like it's hit its top, so I expect that it could sell off at any moment with the quarters. Though there is room for it to still push up. So that made my average 110, which isn't bad. It hit the target 1 clearly. So just waiting for the big drop now. I imagine that selling candle where it's at needs to be quite a bit higher. Of volume.
All right, I got one more.
Whoa. Oh, you got another one? I see. I got you.
I'm really in on the puts right now.
Yeah, that might have been all she wrote there. I don't know. Depends how fast that volume picks up. I really wait for it to get down to that support line and then break through it. It's heading towards it. Here we go. Once it breaks that support, then it should really do a massive drop. Patience is key. And of course, you know, when you're doing this, you'll start to get your own vibes for stuff. But just as a, you know, the best advice though is, you know, like, if you're up, don't be greedy. Get out. Take the profits. Don't try to be a millionaire overnight. Just keep filling up. I mean, it doesn't take that long of 25% to add up, right? I mean, 25% of your whole, after 3 days, you'll double. I know it sounds like you'd only go up 75%, but you gotta add on that you've went up 25. You know, you're using another 25% and another, yeah. It's awesome. It's a little bit funner. It's like football, you know. You can watch the stock, but if you don't have any money in it, it's not as fun to watch. uh, it's really coming down to that support line. The irony is when it flips and moves to a sell, it's going to say that you should have sold at the top. But it'll give you the entry thing where, you know, like the best price would have been here to have sold, but, you know, go ahead and sell now, you know. It's one of the things I can't fix on the algo. But oh well, you know, it is what it is. Okay, broke support. Needed to break support another time and
Well, I know.
Okay. Currently up 20%. But I'm gonna wait for it to keep going down because it's not quite there yet for me. It's monstrous now that it broke that support. Now the Dow didn't break its support, actually held. That's something to keep an eye on. Once again, this is the clearly thinking method using the algo strategy with a little tweaks, some little tweaks. Now the question is if you want to keep waiting for it, or will it switch over to a sell? I think it's about to switch to a sell. Next 3 minutes. There it goes. Hasn't said sell yet, but it's going to as soon as it hits 9:45. That's how the algo kind of works. Oh, that was monstrous. It's like we're not fooling anybody anymore. We're this thing's dropping. Is chance to take profits at 167 now, but is it just getting started? I'm going to see what it's going to say in the next 2 minutes. If it's going to switch to a sell or not. I only intended on buying one, but I had the chance to average down. I bought two, so that was kind of on me on the changing up my strategy midstream. Sounds like the airport's really loud. I'm gonna mute that for the audience just in case. That way they only hear whatever through my mic if they hear anything. Okay, switch to a sell. So at this point, I'm going to give it a little bit longer. See the target one down there? It's just below. But pretty confident in that. I'll hit that target one. But, if you wanted to get out now at 157 and you got in at 110, that's pretty good profits. But yeah, might do some pushing up between here and there and kind of mess around a little bit, but I'm pretty certain that target one's going to be pretty accessible. Would help if the futures would switch. I think whether it hits target one or not, the next drop, I'll probably get out. Just so I can finish the video and show people what I made and have it as an example on here of one strategy they can use and an example of a trade. For entertainment purposes only. Not financial advice. I believe the Dow future is about to turn into a sell. That'll help things. It's the most simplistic strategy that I've ever really seen. I mean, I could get out right now, and my average is 110, and I could get out at 153, which is that's a pretty good number. That's like 35%, and I don't feel like I'm being greedy just because I can currently see it dropping more, right? I mean, I could visually see the target one getting closer. It's at least got to drop down to the 41118 area. Although the Dow is pushing up, so I think I'll exit now just to show the people and sell at hopefully one. Not pushed up, so why would it do that right in the middle of me trying to get out? I'm gonna try to sell 150. That's good enough for me, both of them. And no, it pushed up again. So I'm going to wait to see if it lets me out at 150. Okay, it did. Okay. So I will show the example of that trade. Wasn't up as high as that I wanted it to be, but yeah, at least I can show you guys the example, and maybe maybe I was right and shouldn't have waited for the target one. Showed the example and in the video.